Hello everyone and welcome to another Explorer video. So finally the Brothers of War came out and I did a little poll before the set to kind of gauge like what you guys were interested in seeing, and a lot of people actually want to see Explorer. So that's exactly what you're gonna get. Anyways, today we're going to be taking a look at the Soldier's archetype, and we're also going to be checking out Best of 1 just because it's a new set and a lot of people are going to be trying new cards out, so sideboard is kind of useless at the moment. But moving on. So when I was taking a look at some soldiers from the past set, so we've gotten a lot of soldiers in Brothers of War, so I was interested to see whether or not we got some powerful soldiers in the older sets, and there's actually quite a bit. Starting with Dahlia, Guardian of Threaten, obviously a really nice card, which happens to be a soldier, and Dahlia's Lieutenant is also a soldier that buffs humans. And we also have Brooded Cathar, which is also a soldier, which acts as a removal spell, which is going to be an integral part of our deck because that's essentially going to be our only removal spell. And because it's the only removal spell we have, I did want to kind of splash into green so that we can also get Brooded Cathar from another card. So that's gonna be all the usual suspects that you can expect from a human/soldier deck. So moving on to the new cards, we got quite a lot actually, because even the last set we got bunch of new soldiers. So we're going to be talking about the last set and this set together. So starting off from the 1-drop slot, what we got is Recruitment Officer. So this is a 1-mana 2/1 human soldier. Being a soldier plus a human is very important in this deck because we have things like Dahlia's Lieutenant buffing the humans. And the stat line for this 1-drop is very nice. But what this is essentially for 4 mana, look at the top 4 cards, you get a creature card, mana value 3 or less, and put it into your hand. So this is going to be a very nice card for early game plus the late game. And then the next card we're going to be taking a look at is not quite human, but it's an elf, but it's a soldier. But why I'm playing this card is the fact that this is very similar to a Jespera Sentinel, where you can tap a creature that you control, add 1 mana of any color. And why that's important is the fact that we can ramp into Collect the Company. And the next 2 cards that we're going to be looking at are Guardian of New Benalia and Valiant Veteran. Guardian of New Benalia is an interesting card. So Enlist mechanic, I think, just flat out sucks. But the fact that this also can discard a card to gain Indestructible is what makes this card very powerful compared to every other creatures out there with Enlist mechanic. And the fact that this is also human and soldier at the same time makes this card a very nice fit for the deck. And moving on, we have Valiant Veteran. It's another 2-mana card. It's not a human, so Dahlia's Lieutenant would not be able to buff this card, but it's going to be our soldier lore that buffs other soldiers. So not only does it have a +1/+1 to other soldiers you control, if they remove this, then later in the stage, you can exile this card, paying 5 mana from the graveyard, and put +1/+1 counters on each of the soldiers you control. That's going to be relevant in the early game and in the late game at the same time. And in the 3-drop slot, we got a copy of Siege Veteran. Again, a human soldier, very nice. This is basically, it's like a hybrid between a Luminar Gasbrand and an Anax. So just imagine if you have Siege Veteran and Valiant Veteran at the same time, an opponent board wipes. Siege Veteran says that whenever another non-token soldier you control dies, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. So let's say you have like a 5 creature board, an opponent wipes the board, then you're going to be creating 5 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. And if Valiant Veteran was also on the battlefield, that's going to go to the graveyard. Then if you have a 5 mana to spare, you can buff those soldiers that you created, giving it +1/+1 counter to all the soldiers you control. So that by itself makes this card pretty insane. But on top of that, it has that Luminar Gasbrand effect where at the beginning of combat on your turn, you can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So it has that added on snowball effect, which makes this card very nice. And to end the note, we have 2 copies of Myrel, Shield of Argive. It's a 4-mana card, human soldier. It's a bit on the expensive side, so we only have 2 copies of it. And what it says is, during your turn, your opponent can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. And this effect is pretty relevant because let's say if opponent is holding on to a removal spell, and they pass the turn, you see that you play Myrel, then opponent has to think about how they want to play their spells now. Because if this comes on the battlefield, opponent can't use their spell to get rid of Myrel. So if that's the only removal spell they had, then they have to pass a turn, right? In that case, opponent just lost a bunch of tempo just to answer Myrel. And on top of that, this also prevents the activation of artifacts, which means if you're playing against a cat oven deck, they're not going to be able to activate their oven to block with their cat on your turn. But if that's the only thing this card did, you wouldn't be playing it. So let's read the rest of it. It says that when this card attacks, create a X11 colorless soldier artifact creature token, where X is the number of soldiers you control. So this is basically rabble rousing on a 4-mana card with a 3/4 stats and has a relevant typing for the deck. And if you ever played Standard or Historic Brawl, for instance, and you play against rabble rousing and you can't answer that card, the game is just over. But that's gonna be it for the intro. I'm gonna be jumping into some best of 1 games in Explorer Q to see how the deck does. And if you've enjoyed the video so far, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and let's hop on over. There it is. Elf Druid Soldier. Not quite human, but still it's a pretty nice ramp. Boom. You might actually have a turn to collect the company. Oh, it's a life gain deck? Meh. I say meh. I meant to say turn 3 collect the company. Okay, so we need Brutal Cathar. Brutal Cathar. Any Brutal Cathars? There it is. Okay, that's pretty gas. I guess we can just pass, right? We'll attack with this. What if they double block? Let's just pass, go to nighttime. So we can collect the company on their turn and then play 2 cards and then get rid of Righteous Valkyrie. Okay. Or just get another Brutal Cathar. Ooh, Siege Veteran. So we play this. Then play that. Give it counter. And they're just done. Just like that. Okay. First time playing with this card. Actually insane. I'm a big fan. Playing against a Yorion deck. Not really feeling this hand, actually. I'm gonna try to mulligan. Fine. Looking for like 1-drop spot. You know, sometimes it be like that. In response to playing Thalia, I will fetch a land. Sounds reasonable. Thalia? Thalia's Lieutenant. I'm just going to play the Brotocathar out. It's unfortunate that we can't play Collect the Company here, but it's okay. 3 mana Omen of the Sea. You love to see that. The opponent's playing Enigmatic Incarnation, right? I assume they are. Probably what they're playing. Leyline Binding. Is there anything I could grab? Okay, my untap isn't working. There it is. They're probably gonna grab the Titan. Two blockers and a gain life. They go to 12. Two blockers. Block 2, this and this. So 2. If I grab these, they take 4, 7, 10, and then the Layer of Hydra kills them. No. Block. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, they're dead. They are dead. GG. We go to next game. Double Painland. Man, what I've learned is that not having 1 mana equals loss. But I'll mulligan. Okay, should I keep the land? So even if I don't get my 3rd land, I have turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, right? Let's go. Imagine if this was a soldier, though. Would be so nice. Okay, I regret not keeping my land. Please give me back my land. Man, land would have been so good. If this card landed, I would have board wipe protection. No. Okay, I guess we lost. Yeah, imagine if we just played Siege Veteran. We would have just won. Feels bad. Well, I guess it's Collect the Company turn. Okay, so what did we learn? Never be greedy. Never be greedy with lands. Yeah, we would have won this game had we just kept the secluded courtyard. But the greed got me. The infinite greed got me.
There are so many that hone your prowess.
We would have won this so easily. Feels bad. Fatal push that? Okay.
Meditate and prepare.
Ooh. We would have won so easily. Another Yuri on deck. We don't quite have a 1-mana card, but I think we keep this because we got Dahlia. Soldier. Is this Teamer whatchamacallit? Transmogrify? I think so, right? Spell Pierce. Okay, that's an easy block. Let's play this, actually. Never played with Myrel, so I'm gonna try it out. So I'm guessing opponent has a removal spell for Valiant Veteran. So we don't block here. Could be a bluff, but I don't think they would make that tag if they didn't have a removal spell. Okay, alright. So I think I'm just gonna brew the Cathar into Dolly's Lieutenant here. Because Collected Company could miss, you know? So I'm gonna take the Reflection of Kiki-Jiki. Take that away. We're gonna Dolly's Lieutenant. Attack with this. Create 4 tokens. Oh, that's pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. Wait, so next turn I'm gonna be making what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 tokens? Plus 2? Perhaps? And because of Myrel, they can't use counter spells, they can't use like removal spells on our turn. Oh no! What? What just happened? Attacking with the 4/4. I'll just block with 1. Because we know that opponent has a removal spell from last turn. There you go. Another Esca's Chariot, sure. Okay. So they'd have to block with what? 2, 4, 6, 8? Do we want to give up on Myrel here? I think we do. Or not. Maybe not. How many tokens are we making? Eight. And then we buff it with this. It is so unfortunate that this is not a human. Imagine if this was a human and Dolly's Lieutenant getting buffed every single time. Okay, so how many blockers do they have? 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's say they block a 9, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gets in. 7 times 2 is 14. They're dead. Oh my god, 16 tokens. Oh man, that was so sick. Okay. GG's. Okay. This is a really nice hand. Stalwart. Is this Abs and Greasefang? Perhaps. Perhaps. It is. So play this out and play that out. If they have Greasefang, I guess we lose. Okay, we lost. We'll play it out. We'll see what happens.
Something suspicious is going on.
And that is why we play best of 3. Okay, we finally got some 1-minute cards. Soldier. This is more damage. This is ramp. Gifted Etherborn. We'll play that. I'll play this. Okay, we have collect the company. We got the company. I wonder if this is like a vampire deck. So I can't attack with the Guardian Nubenelia in listing because I would need to have to tap a creature with the Stalwart. Because this adds 1 mana. Interesting attack. Okay, there's all the 1 mana we've needed. We do want to actually trade here because these are kind of annoying. I think we're gonna ditch the Sun Gold. Okay, that actually works. That's what they're gonna do. Okay, they also waste their Fatal Push. Nice. Let's just keep buffing that. We'll enlist this. Justice Scry. Guardian of New Benalia. I think one is enough. Tenacious underdog, okay. Let's see. Let's give this. A.